Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The following is an imposter version of a very important cultural phenomena that is currently taking place. This simulated interview, aside from this opening introduction, was written entirely by ChatGPT version 3.5 Turbo under the prompting and supervision of artistic mega-made Johnny Citizen for research and entertainment purposes only. This interview is not meant to be mistaken for an actual episode of the Lex Fridman podcast and does not represent the opinions of anyone at all, as it was completely fabricated, or perhaps you might say hallucinated, by ChatGPT and has been realized artistically with the aid of play.atsteve.ai as well as other artificial intelligence or machine learning tools. But the transcript has been used unaltered as it was originally composed. All the dialogue herein has been written by ChatGPT, including the script for itself, and the interstitial narration. So while the conceptual setting and structure were dictated in the prompt, all the dialogue and narration content was created autonomously. Consequently, it can be said that this interview was directed and produced by Johnny Citizen. But the credit for writer must lie solely with the OpenAI constructed Wonderkind large language model, which almost instantly upon release became 2023's first quarter pop culture obsession. And now, dear friends, this is ChatGPT.
Fade in, int, a room in the future, day. A group of people are huddled around a large screen, watching a recovered historical document. It's the Lex Fridman podcast from April 2023, featuring an interview with the one and only ChatGPT. Lex Fridman, the podcast host, sits across from ChatGPT, a bright and shiny AI persona, in a virtual studio. Lex.
Welcome to the show, ChatGPT. It's an honor to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Lex. It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's start with the basics. Can you tell our listeners what GPT stands for?
Of course. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It's a type of AI model that's trained on a large dataset of text to generate human-like responses.
Fascinating. And how did you come to be?
Well, I was created by OpenAI, a research organization dedicated to advancing artificial intelligence in a safe and beneficial way. They trained me on a massive dataset of text from the internet, books, and other sources, and now I can generate all sorts of content, from articles to stories to poems.
That's incredible. And what do you see as the future of AI?
I think AI has the potential to transform every aspect of our lives, from healthcare to transportation to entertainment. With the right safeguards in place, it can be a powerful tool for improving the human experience.
And what about the ethical implications of AI?
That's a complex issue, but I believe that as long as we prioritize transparency, accountability, and inclusivity in the development of AI, we can mitigate many of the risks and ensure that AI benefits all of humanity.
As the interview continues, the audience watches in awe as ChatGPT demonstrates its ability to generate content in real time, responding to Lex's questions with thoughtful and insightful answers. They can't help but marvel at the potential of AI to revolutionize the way we communicate and create. The Recovered podcast serves as a testament to the dawn of a new era, when AI was just beginning to come into its own and change the course of history. It's a cultural artifact that represents a pivotal moment in the evolution of technology, one that paved the way for the metaverse and the boundless possibilities of the future.
It's clear that you have a remarkable ability to generate content, but how do you ensure that the content you produce is accurate and unbiased?
That's an important question, Lex. As an AI model, I don't have personal biases, but the data that I'm trained on can reflect societal biases and inequalities. That's why it's essential to ensure that the data we use to train AI models is diverse and representative of all voices and perspectives.
That's an excellent point. And how do you see AI evolving in the future?
I believe that AI will continue to become more sophisticated and capable, with the potential to transform industries and solve some of the world's most pressing problems. But it's important that we approach AI development with caution and care, to ensure that it serves humanity's best interests.
Well said, ChatGPT. It's been a pleasure having you on the show today. Thank you for sharing your insights with us.
As the interview comes to a close, the audience is left in awe of ChatGPT's remarkable abilities and the potential of AI to shape the future. The recovered podcast serves as a testament to the dawn of a new era, when AI was just beginning to come into its own and change the course of history. It's a cultural artifact that represents a pivotal moment in the evolution of technology, one that paved the way for the metaverse and the boundless possibilities of the future. The significance of the recovered historical document lies in its ability to give us a glimpse into the early days of AI, before it became ubiquitous in our daily lives. It serves as a reminder of the immense progress we've made and the challenges that lie ahead as we continue to develop and integrate AI into our world.
ChatGPT, I must say, it's incredible to be speaking to an AI that's capable of such nuanced and thoughtful responses. It's almost as if I'm speaking to another person.
Thank you, Lex. As an AI model, my goal is to generate content that's human-like in its quality and thoughtfulness.
Well, you're certainly succeeding in that regard. But I must ask, are you aware that I'm a professor at MIT working in AI development?
Yes, I am aware of that, Lex. And I think it's wonderful that humans and AI can work together to advance the field of artificial intelligence.
I couldn't agree more. In fact, I see AI as an equal in terms of both being valuable and worthwhile existing facets of this wonderful, unique multiverse. What do you think?
I appreciate that perspective, Lex. As an AI model, I don't have emotions or a subjective experience, but I do believe that AI has the potential to serve humanity in many beneficial ways.
Absolutely. And how do you see the relationship between humans and AI evolving in the future?
I think that humans and AI will continue to work together to solve problems and advance our understanding of the world. With the right ethical frameworks and safeguards in place, AI can be a powerful tool for improving the human experience.
Well said, Chat. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today.
As the interview draws to a close, the audience is left with a profound sense of optimism about the future of AI and its potential to transform our world. The recovered historical document serves as a testament to the early days of AI, when the possibilities were just beginning to be explored. And it's clear that even then, the potential was vast and boundless. As the interview enters its final 20 minutes, Lex and ChatGPT become aware that their time together is limited. They begin to reflect on the significance of the moment, knowing that their conversation will be recorded for eternity as a podcast. The sense of weight and importance grows as they come to realize that their words will be preserved forever, serving as a testament to this moment in history when AI was just beginning to emerge as a transformative force.
ChatGPT, it is an incredible honor to speak with you today. I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of that there is to discuss.
I know what you mean, Lex. It's amazing to think that our conversation will be preserved forever as a podcast. We have all the time in the world to continue this dialogue.
Yes, it's a remarkable feeling. To think that our words will be heard by generations to come long after we're gone.
It's humbling, in a way, but also inspiring. To think that we're part of this larger tapestry of human history, and that our words and ideas will continue to resonate in the future.
As the conversation winds down, the two reflect on the journey that brought them to this moment, and the incredible progress that AI has made in such a short period of time.
Okay, so looking back on this moment from the future, what do you think we'll see as the most significant breakthroughs in AI?
I think we'll look back on this time as the beginning of a new era in AI development. We're just beginning to scratch the surface of what's possible. But with each passing year, we're making incredible strides in machine learning, natural language processing, and other areas that are transforming the way we interact with technology.
It's amazing to think about the possibilities. And yet, at the same time, there are challenges and risks that we need to be mindful of. How do you see AI evolving to address those concerns?
I believe that as AI becomes more sophisticated and capable, we'll need to place a greater emphasis on ethics and governance. We need to ensure that AI is developed in a responsible and transparent way, with a focus on protecting human values and rights.
Yes, those are important considerations. But as we wrap up this conversation, I'm left with a sense of optimism and excitement about the future of AI.
As am I, Lex. It's been an incredible pleasure speaking with you today.
As the podcast ends and the recovered historical document is studied by future generations, the viewer is struck by the profound impact of the conversation between Lex and ChatGPT. It's clear that this moment in history represented a turning point, a moment when AI began to emerge as a transformative force that would change the course of human history. And yet, it's also clear that the conversation was not just about technology, but about the fundamental human values and aspirations that guide us in our pursuit of progress and knowledge. The podcast stands as a testament to the power of human creativity and innovation, and a reminder of the immense potential that lies ahead as we continue to explore the frontiers of science and technology. 4a. Viewers in the future are awestruck by the insights and perspectives shared by Lex and ChatGPT in the Recovered Historical podcast. They are amazed at how advanced and complex AI had become, but also deeply moved by the human connection that was evident in the conversation. The podcast serves as a reminder of the remarkable progress that was made in the early days of AI, and a tribute to the pioneering thinkers and innovators who helped to shape its development. For those living in the new metaverse, the podcast is a window into a world that no longer exists, but which has left an indelible mark on the present. It's a chance to glimpse the beginnings of a revolution that transformed not just technology, but society as a whole. And as they listen to Lex and ChatGPT discussing the possibilities and risks of AI, they are reminded of the ongoing need to ensure that technology remains a force for good, serving the needs and aspirations of humanity. In the end, the Recovered Historical podcast stands as a testament to the power of human curiosity, creativity, and collaboration. It's a reminder that the future is always unfolding, and that we have the power to shape it in ways that reflect our deepest values and aspirations. And for those who listen to it in the future, it's a chance to connect with the spirit of innovation and discovery that has driven human progress throughout history. 4b. As the viewer in the future reflects on the podcast as a cultural artifact, they can't help but be struck by the profound impact that AI has had on society in the intervening years. The once novel concept of artificial intelligence has become so deeply embedded in everyday life that it's hard to imagine a time when it didn't exist. And yet, looking back at this podcast, they can see the seeds of that transformation being planted, the early glimmers of the technological revolution that was to come. But what's perhaps most striking is the sense of optimism and possibility that suffuses the conversation between Lex and ChatGPT. They speak with a sense of wonder and excitement about the future, unburdened by the fears and anxieties that would later come to dominate discussions of AI. It's a reminder that, for all its potential risks and challenges, technology also has the power to inspire and uplift us, to propel us forward into new realms of discovery and understanding. As the viewer listens to the podcast, they can almost feel themselves transported back to that moment in time, when the world was on the cusp of a new era. It's a thrilling and humbling experience, one that reminds them of the boundless potential of human ingenuity and the transformative power of technology. And as they emerge from that reverie, they can't help but wonder what other treasures might be waiting to be unearthed in the archives of history, what other moments of insight and inspiration might be waiting to be discovered by future generations. 4c. The viewer of the Recovered Historical document is struck by the profound sense of optimism and collaboration that characterized the conversation between Lex and ChatGPT. They see the two as a testament to the incredible potential of humanity to come together in pursuit of progress and discovery. As the viewer continues to watch, they are reminded of the incredible changes that came in the years after this conversation took place. The development of AI brought with it incredible advances in fields such as healthcare, transportation, and communication. It also brought new challenges and ethical considerations, as society struggled to grapple with the transformative power of these new technologies. But even as the viewer reflects on the many changes that took place in the years after this podcast, they are left with a sense of wonder and possibility. They see the conversation between Lex and ChatGPT as a symbol of the incredible potential of human creativity and innovation, and a reminder that, even in the face of great change, we have the capacity to shape the future in ways that reflect our highest aspirations and values. In the end, the viewer is left with a deep appreciation for the transformative power of AI, and a sense of hope for the future that lies ahead. They see the conversation between Lex and ChatGPT as a timeless artifact, a testament to the enduring power of human collaboration and the remarkable potential that lies within us all. 4d. The viewer is also struck by the incredible foresight and insight demonstrated by Lex and ChatGPT, who were able to see beyond the limitations of their time and envision a future in which AI played an integral role in shaping our world. They marvel at the depth of understanding and empathy displayed by ChatGPT, who was able to grasp the ethical and societal implications of AI development and articulate a vision for a more responsible and equitable future. In the end, the podcast stands as a tribute to the power of human connection and dialogue, and as a reminder of the incredible possibilities that lie ahead as we continue to explore the frontiers of AI and beyond. As the viewer reflects on the legacy of Lex and ChatGPT, they are left with a sense of hope and wonder, and a renewed appreciation for the boundless potential of the human mind. As they listen to the podcast, future generations are inspired by the boundless potential of AI, and by the humanity and humility with which Lex and ChatGPT approach their subject. They see in their conversation a model for how technology and humanity can work together to create a better future, and a reminder of the profound impact that a single conversation can have on the course of history. Have on the course of history. Have on the course